Hey everyone, it's Luke here from LT Gaming and welcome back to you LT Gamers. So we've been a little bit quiet on the channel the last few days. That's actually because me and Tom were in the same country, we got to meet up, have a bit of a party, so we are going to throw ourselves back into the channel now, and today I'm going to take a look at Space Rain, a new game hitting early access today, and I really have enjoyed my time with it so far. Before we start, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Your interaction really drives the channel forward and we need you to drop down below and hit that like button. We're growing fast, but we can always use the extra support. Both me and Tom really appreciate it. So what is Space Rain? It's a game that came to my attention a while ago during a Steam Next Fest where it released a demo. I played a little bit of the demo and I was impressed with the combat mechanics, but it was quite shallow at the time. It's essentially an indie space sim and a strategy game featuring ship and fleet combat mixed with management of a private space corporation. And quite honestly, that sounds like a recipe for my dream game. I love X4, Elite Dangerous and a lot of the big space sims out there. I think at the moment this game has a long way to go, but it shows promise and the developers have been working on this for over 4 years. And I think you can look at that both ways, right? Clearly they're dedicated to the game because they've worked on it for 4 years as a two-man team, but also how long is it going to take them to finish the game? You have to ask that question as well. And I think it really is how much trust you put in early access products. As always, buyer beware. A lot of projects that I have been into have failed, and a lot of projects have really delivered. So it's really up to you and your appetite to support these types of games. However, in the defense of the developers, they've been very clear about what the game is and what it's not, and they are quite ambitious. It's an indie space sim, but it also has that overall strategy element. The game will release into early access version 0.1 and the developers themselves have commented that the game will have a reasonable, that's their words, amount of playtime from the beginning. There is also a wave defense mode tacked on for those who just want to jump in and experience the dogfighting fun. The game will have one quadrant in it in the beginning, and there you will work with the neutral Novatech Corporation to face down the notorious Marshall Gang. There are various different types of missions that you can take on within a quadrant. There is the Contract Ops, which is based around completing randomized contracts and raising influence by capturing control points. And then there's the Raid, which is a challenging scenario with specific fleet restrictions in which you try to reclaim smaller sectors by capturing designated control points. On release, the game will actually feature a number of playable ships, including 2 light fighters, 2 medium and 2 heavy, and a number of larger vessels. Essentially what you then do is build your corporation by completing missions and expanding your fleet. You can then customize your fleet with different projectile and launcher based weaponry, but I did find this a little bit limited in the version of the game that I played. I did however enjoy the ability to rename my ships with different custom call signs, as when I zoomed out to the strategy map it was very clear what assets I had available to me during the battle phase. The overall UI and presentation of the game, while basic, does a good job, but I did encounter an error where it didn't stretch to my super wide screen and the tutorial was showing me the completely wrong part of the screen. The graphics during the space phase are actually pretty damn good. I enjoyed them, the explosions are a real highlight in this game, and the environment that you get to fly around in is very pretty with a lot of detail. It would be really great to see them add more varied environments at the same level of quality as the one they've provided in the early access build. The highlight for me so far with Space Rain has been the space combat and the ability to zoom out and control my forces in a real-time strategy mode. It's really cool, and I think for an indie game to achieve this is very impressive. The dogfighting is an absolute joy. I love it. It's very difficult, don't get me wrong. I've struggled to progress within the game and I've had to restart many times, but overall, it's so rewarding. I'd like to touch upon the controls within the game, because at the moment you can only use mouse and keyboard, and it's a little bit finicky when trying to be precise during dogfighting. However, it has been discussed that they plan to add joystick support during the development roadmap, and I do think this is a vital aspect. The decision on whether you want to get into Space Rain really depends on your perception of value, what the game comes in at when it launches, and also how patient you are with the development progress. This game needs a huge amount of work to get where it needs to be, but it has the bones of a really impressive game. And look, right now I will say it is fun. I've played it for a good 8 hours and I've really enjoyed my time with it. If you are someone who likes to back early access projects, this is one I would definitely pick up and enjoy. So there we go, LT Gamers, Space Rain. I think it's a very promising title and I've really enjoyed my time with it. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one.